Hey folks, I'm going to be setting up some swarm traps, or what you also known as bait hives, to capture, well, native bees. Well, they're not native, but they're feral. And feral bees are the best in my book. Stay tuned. I'll be right back and I'll show you how I'm setting up some bait hives. How I'm setting up bait hives. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to Southern Oregon Safaris where the buffalo roam. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Hayden's run off to get hay for the livestock, but I need to set up some beehives, some traps, bee traps, or bait hives, or swarm traps. Pretty easy to set up, pretty easy method. You just got to simulate the hollow of a tree and about the space that bees like in a hollow of a tree to build their nest and grow their colony, and also the right size hole. Now, in this method, I'm going to use my method because I'm 66 years old. The method I've been seeing is you put these together and you put them up in a tree. I'm not climbing up to a tree to put bait hives out. I'm too old. I might break a hip or worse. So I'm just going to set them up on a flat level surface at the top of this mountain on the edge of a tree line is optimal, where you can pretty much face it in any direction. Southern exposure is probably best, maybe eastern. I'm facing it west. It'll get the evening sun, but we've got all these trees here and we've got all this area over here that is prime for feral bees. Now, with what I'm going to be using to attract the bees to these hives once I get them assembled is this. And there's a honeybee buzzing me right now, investigating. I wonder if there's a swarm that's getting ready to look for, or that's a scout bee looking for a place. So let me hurry up and get this set up. But this is the product I got off of Amazon. I'll go ahead and leave a link down below so you guys can purchase it. It's called Swarm Science. It's a combination of about 2 essential oils. I know one of the essential oils is lemongrass oil. Lemongrass oil is the same chemical makeup as a bee's what you know when you see a bunch of bees on the front of the hive and they're sitting there fanning their butts up in the air. It's releasing that chemical out in the air in the environment so the other bees can find out this is home, and that's what lemongrass oil mimics. There's another one that's added to this that kind of mimics the same stuff that the queen transmits. So I'm going to show you how to use this. I'm going to show you I'm setting up my bee swarm, kind of a variation of what I've been finding the current ones online. So let's get this set up. This is components of my flow hive that my friend gave me, and this is the screen bottom board, but we're putting it on a solid flat surface, so there's really no air coming in except for maybe a little bit on the slats. We've got an inner cover, we got a telescoping cover. We're going to put those on last. But right now I've got this empty deep, and this is an 8-frame deep. So we're going to mimic a space that is a cavern of a tree. So this space is a void, and that's what bees are looking for. And then this space has some frames in it, and some of the frames are pulled out comb, which is going to attract the bees because it has some odor in it. A lot of drawn out comb. It does have some odor in it. Yep, see? And this will attract the bees, and also it's already drawn out, so the queen can go right in there, get the busy, and start laying brood. So I'm going to put these in here. And what I've heard is bees love what attracts them most is the old boxes that have some, well, a little bit of damage to them from wax moths. Yeah, You get wax moths once in a while. See, I got a little bit of wax moth residue right here. So that's going to be a natural attractant for the bees, believe it or not. You don't have to believe it, but believe it or not. So in this hive right here, I'm going to take the attractant and I'm going to squirt a little bit right there on the entrance. Right there. And then up on the bottom of this frame, see, I got a wax moth damage here. And that's going to attract them, and the bees will clean that up. I'm going to put some attractant in the back end of it, just a little bit. And put this on. Put the inner cover on. Boy, I could smell that. And I hope the bees can smell it and take up residence, at least the colony that's getting ready to swarm. Now, colonies swarm in different sizes. Probably about a fifth of the colony will swarm with their old queen, and what was left behind will be eggs that they created a queen cell. They'll feed her royal jelly. It's a baby, a little egg. They'll smother it in royal jelly, and that bug, or that baby bee, the pupa, will be raised on royal jelly to be raised as a queen. They'll create a queen cell, create a new queen. Now, she'll be a virgin queen until she goes out and she actually goes on a flight and gets inseminated by some drones. Now, the drone bees are boy bees. Boy bee is created when an unfertilized egg is laid, and that creates a drone. A drone comes from an unfertilized egg. And sometimes you have worker bees. All the worker bees are female. You'll have a worker bee that starts laying eggs, and and all of her eggs are drones. So if you get a hive full of drone comb, yeah, you're gonna have to take care of that. You're gonna also have to see if you've even got a queen in there. If not, you're gonna have to buy a queen from a local resource, or find other solutions. There's a lot of solutions out there to help you with your colonizing a healthy colony. Even though you got your worker bees, you got some drone. All worker bees are born from fertilized eggs. Now, a queen will go out on well, she'll go in a cloud of drones, and she'll get inseminated by several drones. And she only needs to be inseminated a couple times, and that's it for life, the life of the queen. She doesn't need to keep going out and getting inseminated. She'll come back to her hive, she'll start laying these fertilized eggs and create worker bees, and those worker bees create all kinds of product for human consumption. I'll talk about those in another video. But we got our bait hive set up, or our hive trap, our bee trap, and I'm just gonna stand here for a moment, enjoy the peace and quiet, but I've got some more hives to set up. I've got about 2 more hives I want to set up. So this is the hive set up for here. I got my feet firmly on terra firma. I didn't have to climb a tree. And this is high enough on the hillside. Hopefully it'll attract the bees as they come in and find this suitable. Now with this product and setting up bee hives, you want to come back at least once a week and spray a little bit more on the hive inside and outside until it receives a colony of bees. You don't bother spraying this on a colony of bees. It's just a waste of your resources. But that's the basic bait hive setup. Now I'll come back in about a week and I'll bring you guys with me, and we'll bring this with me, and I'll check it about once every 3 days to see if there's a colony interested or a colony moved in. And then we'll revisit that in another part on this series of catching free bees. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen, and Hayden is my co-host. He's off doing farm chores. Stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Give us a thumbs up. Click that share button. Sharing our videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Remember, be safe. Always be kind. We'll see you guys in our next adventure. Yeah. Bye-bye now.